I think it's time to move on to the NFC. I think you got a little bit of a sneak peek there because my graphics were set up incorrectly. But let's go on to it right now. 49ers, Eagles. Eagles favored -2.5 at home. I want to know who wins, who covers, what's the score?
I got the 49ers in an upset, 20-17, covering the point spread.
That is. Explain that one, please. I'm curious.
I like the 49ers, and I hate the Eagles. That's probably the biggest reason. I might be wrong here. The Eagles looked like the world beaters against the Giants. I was so surprised that the Giants played so poorly against the Eagles. But it may be just that the Eagles are great. And as I said last week, the Eagles kind of fly under the radar screen. They haven't been covered that much. You don't see them on national TV that much. They look like they have a great team, though, based on that one playoff game. And the 49ers, we've been seeing them a lot on TV. And they've had 3 quarterbacks this year. Now they're down to their rookie quarterback, Brock Purdy, who's had a pretty good season, I would say, for the time that he's played out there. And he seems like a very cool customer. He didn't have his greatest game last week, but the competition was stiffer. So this time he's going to be facing the best defense he's played against all year. We'll see what he can do. He's got some great weapons around him. I think they need to give the ball to Deebo Samuels more. You know, I don't think he got enough touches in the last game. Maybe they're saving him for this game. I don't know. But look what he did against the Packers last year in that very cold game, right? He was the reason they won, I think. So I wouldn't mind seeing him be in the backfield, get a few handoffs. They got Christian McCaffrey, right? He can throw it, he can run it, he can catch it. I think they'll go to him a lot because the Eagles' defense is not that good against the run. They should try to run the ball quite a bit, and that will take pressure off Purdy, who's playing in the biggest game of his career, and he's only a rookie. And no rookie has ever made it to the Super Bowl. No rookie quarterback has ever made it to the Super Bowl. So it's going to be tough, very tough for the 49ers. I'm counting on them to pull it out by 3.
Very, very interesting. I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles have a phenomenal offensive line. Their defense, 70 sacks, 7-0. I believe they were top 3 in takeaways, if not number 1. Their defense is legit. Jalen Hurts, I really think it's a battle of the better quarterback. And Jalen Hurts is obviously a better quarterback than Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy can go on the Cinderella run and everything like that. People could praise Brock Purdy. He's so good. He's making all the throws. I mean, honestly, I think me or you could go out for the 49ers, run some plays. Just look at, Brandon Ayuk, who has 15 yards of separation. Have George Kittle, one of the best tight ends in the league. Deebo Samuel, one of the fastest wide receivers in the league. And this dude who's been rated like the best running back in the league the past couple of seasons. Best overall running back, by the name of Christian McCaffrey. Ever heard of him? Yeah, it's pretty fun having him. Plus, you have your backup, who was originally your starter, Elijah Mitchell. He's healthy again.
Yeah, the 49ers have the offense that's going to win the game.
I just think
they don't need Brock Purdy to do anything too spectacular. All he's got to do is not make any mistakes.
And that's where I think the difference is. It's from the quarterback, but also Brock Purdy had 3 or 4 missed opportunities of turnovers. There was one that hit Trayvon Diggs in the breadbasket, and he just couldn't keep it. He couldn't hold on to it. I think that's where the Eagles come into play. The Eagles have better cornerbacks than the Cowboys do. I think their front 4 is definitely close. They can get very, very good pressure. Hassan Reddick, phenomenal pickup for the Eagles this year. I think, and we've seen, I know I got grilled by everybody in the comments section on the Brock Purdy clip a couple weeks ago about how, he was compared to his calmness in the pocket. Brock Purdy, Mahomes, the calmness of Mahomes in the pocket. These 2 playoff games, I've seen a jittery, I've seen, potentially overly excited or butterflies in his stomach, too hard of a throw, too high, too low, too left, too right, a not calm Brock Purdy. And I just think that's going to be the difference here. I think the Eagles are going to cause some turnovers, generate pressure, and, do a better job. And I for damn sure believe that Jalen Hurts is not going to throw 2 horrible interceptions when they're driving, especially one at their own 10-yard line. I don't think Jalen Hurts will do that because he hasn't thrown many turnovers.
Well, the 49ers have a very good defense,
They do.
They could put a lot of pressure on Hurts, right? And he didn't. He had a good playoff game last week. That was against the Giants. They were the number 6 seed, right? The 49ers are the number 2 seed. They have a great defense. They have Nick Bosa, right? They have a very good linebacking core and
Fred
secondary.
Warner.
Yeah, so I think that Hurts is, again, he's up against very stiff competition too. Probably the toughest defense he's played against this year as well.
Yeah.
I would say the 49ers have a better running game than the Eagles do. Right? Miles Sanders. Do he have as good a season as McCaffrey did? Is he as versatile? Is he catch the ball as well out of the backfield? Can he throw a touchdown pass, which McCaffrey has done? Huh? Can he throw a touchdown pass?
I don't think CMC is going to be out here throwing touchdown passes, but Miles Sanders, almost 1,300 rushing yards, 11 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, let me bring it up. Christian McCaffrey. Very, very close. 1139, 8 touchdowns this year for McCaffrey.
How many receiving yards?
Let's take a look at that. Receiving yards, he had where is it here? Receiving yards this season, he had 741.
How about Miles Sanders?
To Miles Sanders, 78.
There's the difference in the game right there. They're going to throw the ball to McCaffrey when
I'm sorry. No.
When they drop back and the pressure comes, the safety valve is McCaffrey.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
He's the secret to the win. I think if he has a great game, San Francisco's going to win.
But it's a question of running the football. The Eagles have a significantly worse rushing defense than they're the number 1 passing defense in the league. I think they have better cornerbacks than the 49ers do. Their front 4 is very comparable, but I don't think it's better than because you have Nick Bosa on the 49ers side. I think the offensive line of the Eagles is slightly better than the 49ers. Lane Johnson, Mailata, Jason Kelsey. All you really have on the offensive line that's a very, very notable offensive line. Trent Williams. Trent Williams. He's the main piece of that offensive line. It's going to be, can you stop the run? If you could stop the run, that means you could pressure the quarterback, Brock Purdy, and I'm going to say it again because I've been seeing it with my own damn eyes. Brock Purdy's not been calm in these playoff games. He just hasn't. He's been pressured. He's been jittery. If the Cowboys capitalized on the turnovers, on the potential turnovers, Brock Purdy was lobbing them in. I think the Cowboys had a pretty damn good shot at being in this game. But Dak Prescott threw turnovers. The Cowboys couldn't catch turnovers, and that's why the Eagles and 49ers are playing this weekend.
Yeah, well, whatever happens, I hope both games are close.
Yes.
Because I can't stand watching a blowout playoff game. It's so boring.
It's just a question
I want to see a close game that I'm on the edge of my seat at the end, rooting for the Chiefs and the 49ers. That's what I'm hoping for.
Would you rather a 49ers, or would you rather close games, low scoring, or score?
I like that. Well, I'm picking the scores to be reasonably low, so I guess I like the low scoring game.
You like low, so you're more defensive. You're a more defensive guy. I don't know. I mean, just think about last year though. Bills Chiefs. Late in that game, score. I mean, that was exhilarating.
Yeah.
Still 13 seconds to play bracket coverage when Chiefs had all 3 timeouts. That's just bad defensive play calling. It could have been Bills Bengals last year. And you know what? The Bills might have had a good shot last year.
We have to talk about the Bills in the offseason here.
We do.
After it's over. And what the hell happened?
We do. We will talk about
their
that.
ownership may not be too happy with what happened there.
I would agree with you.